Okay, once again, if I don't hit, I'm doing this in a manner I haven't used this camera like this and holding it. But nevertheless, this is an inhale and an exhale. Inhale and an exhale, or vice versa. Now, you can compress and refract sounds, loud tones, certain way that we say things in the rhythmatic way we say it. It can be destructive and it can also be, you know, enlightening. All right. Now, this is displacement from the center. Now, these are waves, right? And as you can see, applied force going down is inertia, which is restoring force. And it comes up, the in between is the elasticity, and things of this nature, dampening due to friction. All right. Now, I want you to use your own mind and think of certain things. But now look at this. As you can see, waves in the air. This is how it goes out. It goes out in a ripple effect, like when the water. So when you strike those tuning forks, and this is what makes sound. Now, what causes sound? Right? I'm gonna leave that for you, but look at it real quick. You can stop. You can pause that and check it out. All right. Now I'm just showing you a few things about sound. All right. And one thing I found out. These are frequencies, right? Check that out and look at that. Now, also I can look around here real quick. These are the hertz for the root chakra, up to the crown. Now, if you see those hertz, okay, you can pause it and check them and see if they're correct. But what I quickly understood when I look at the most harmonic number frequency, we're supposed to be in harmony and tune with nature, right? But these hertz are not found on the most harmonic number frequencies. Now, I got those highlighted because they came in the medical tuning fork that I ordered, okay, which is 128, 256, 512, 1024, and 2048. Now, I find that interesting because we know our root chakras and crown chakras should be in harmony. Now, once again, somebody can explain that to me, but as I see the most harmonic numbers, it's not given. It's missing 2, 4, 5, 6, and in between these. So I figure that it's a possibility before I say something is wrong, that they fall into a different spectrum, which they didn't even include in the most harmonic number frequencies. Because I'm going to give you an example. Like, let's just say the crown chakra, 172.06 hertz. If these are the most harmonic numbers, where is 172.06? Where is even 172? I don't see it. Nevertheless, that caused for speculation. I was like, very interesting. And the oils and things we be wearing, they have their own frequency. They have their own frequency. And I heard someone speak on sage. You know, it gets rid of negative frequencies. All right, negative energies. Remember, negative ions is what calms you down and relax you. When you burn the sage, you're getting rid of the negative ions. The woman I heard speak on it, they said you could be getting rid of the energies around you that's necessary, burning certain things, using certain oils. Now, understand this also, that the planet is negative when it is hot outside. All right, and also that if it gets cold, the planet, being bipolar, will flip and become positive. Okay. All right. Now let me explain something to you though. What I found out too, because I made a video before and said that I wasn't sure if different frequencies will cause a problem. Speaking of the 440 and the 432, let's read this. You won't be able to see it, but I'm gonna read it. All right. This is gonna be messed up. A tuning fork with a frequency of 328 hertz and a tuning fork unknown with an unknown frequency produces beats, all right, with a frequency of 4.7. When struck at the same time, a small piece of putty is placed on the tuning fork with a known frequency, and its frequency is lowered slightly. When struck at the same time, the two forks now produce a beat frequency of 7.4. All right, a beat frequency. Now, let's look at this. It says fundamental mode of vibration. The end vibrates at same frequency up and down. Thus, you can amplify the fundamental frequencies by holding a fork against a hard surface which resonates. The clang mode of vibration, initial clang sound dampened by the bass. Okay, what am I saying? Let's just keep going for now, because this is just a short practical thing to get you to thinking and doing a little study. The drum, the particles of the air is compressed together when it's hit, boom, and then it spreads out, boom, spreads out. Same thing as a tuning fork. But the tuning fork, some of the sounds cannot be heard by the ear. But the drum, you can hear it as it pushes particles of air, compressed together, particles of air, moving apart again. The wave of compressed particles moves. Okay, these sounds move. All right, they move. The wavelength of the particle can be beta waves in a conversation. They can be microwaves in a conversation. They can be X-rays in a conversation. They can even get to be gamma wave or gamma rays or waves in a conversation. I had no knowledge of that. All right. Now I'm just going to show you some just things that's on the internet, things about frequency, in the manner, and frequency just meaning frequently speaking. Look at this tuning fork. It's saying compressed and refraction, pressure, time, plot at a specific location. All right, compression and refraction, average air pressure, and it says time. Now, let me show you something. Where did I put it? Hold on. But let me just use this one. All right, this is called the stem. of the tuning fork. Interestingly, this is called the shoulder of the tuning fork. And more interestingly, these are called the tines. The tines. When these tines, some people explain them in different manners. Okay. Force vibration in and out. The fork, that's how they say it, tines. And it's always going to a time, right? Okay. Now, once again, these have, now let me explain something to you too. This is not a full engagement or nothing. This is just to set you on a course of when we learning about self. Once again, this is outside, this is outer, you know, but we have, this is a mirror. So when we're looking out, we're actually looking in. And we should take it in. So like I was saying, these waves are no different from these waves on the tuning fork. Radio waves, microwaves, infrared waves, visible, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma. Look back at this. Listen to what we be listening to, or the youth be listening to. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. What are they listening to? Something like this. Something like that. Something like this. Something like this. I'm not too sure. But it is a way to find out. Once you have an understanding of sound. Now, before I end this, this is just a tutorial for you to go take a look at stuff yourself. What you really should pay attention to though is to find out what a transducer is. All right. Now it states a transducer. All right. What is a transducer in electronics? Sound is mechanical energy. See, most people don't think sound, they just say sound. It sounds good. But sound is mechanical energy. Mechanical. Let's keep going. Sound is mechanical energy vibrating through a solid, liquid, gas, or plasma. So sound, you can hear through a wall. You can hear the cars and trucks go past the airplanes. That's mechanical energy vibrating through a medium, which is air, solid, liquid, gas, or plasma. So it's going to vibrate in any solid like wood. It's going to vibrate in any liquid, any gas, and any plasma. Now, what is mechanical energy? Since sound is mechanical energy, what does that mean? Mechanical energy is the potential and the kinetic energy of an object. So we see the object is high in the sky, it's got potential energy. It also holds kinetic energy because it's moving. The car go, and you can tell its distance. You can tell its distance. All right. You can tell its distance. That's mechanical energy. Sound is mechanical energy. Sound is mechanical. It has the ability to move what? Particles. A drum can move particles. A tuning fork can move particles. Now, what's in the particles? I heard some people that teaches Reiki, they said some frequencies of tuning forks has the ability to take nitric, not nitric, but it's like, it's NO, I believe, to take it out of the body. You know, just hitting the sound. And think about it. Our body is in harmonious structure due to frequencies. So the biofield can be cleared through sound. Remember, in Japan and China, they're healing people and different elements by moving sound in a mechanical way to destroy frequencies in the body that's causing a dis-ease. All right, you're at ease when you're in harmony and balance, when all the organs are moving in harmony and balance. But a dis-ease come about when the frequencies of the body has been disturbed. They are called it cancer and this and that. But the tuning fork has the ability to knock molecules out of the air. Not only out of the air, but out of, what did we just read? Hold on. Not only out of the air, but out of any solid, any liquid, any gas, and any plasma. All right. Once again, mechanical energy is the potential and kinetic energy of an object. You know, this is why I slow down talking all loud to people, having no knowledge of what the heck I was doing, even to myself. All right. Now, a transducer, what is a transducer? It converts one form of energy to another form of energy. Okay? A transducer converts one form of energy, like let's say sound, right? Well, I'll keep reading on. Solar energy, these are examples. Solar energy converts light energy into electricity, AC. That's what a transducer do. It converts one form of energy to another. So solar converts light energy into electricity. The thermocouple converts heat into electricity. They got these called a Pewter cell or something like that. I'll explain this to you and show you the dynamics. You could put your hand on it. I would show you now, but I'll do this on a separate video all by itself. You put your hand on this and it takes the heat off your body and converts it to electricity immediately. All right, you could power a phone with this thing. It normally goes in refrigerators. One side is cold and then it draws heat. But the way they wire it up is you can either put electricity on this and it will keep things cold, or if you don't put electricity on the wires, you just put it on heat and it'll draw electricity from your own heat. It's called a thermocouple. Converts heat into electricity. And by the way, this got crystals in it. Quartz crystal. I'll explain this to you on one video by itself. Now, a speaker converts electrical energy to mechanical energy, which is sound. Mechanical energy. A speaker, what we hearing from the speaker in your car, from the speaker on your phone, converts electrical energy to mechanical energy, sound. And once again, it is vibrating through solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. A microphone converts sound, mechanical energy, into electrical energy, the vice versa of the speaker. A generator converts mechanical energy, which is sound, into electrical energy. Now you say, wait a minute. A generator converts mechanical energy? Remember, mechanical is something you can turn into electrical energy. Mechanical is movement. Mechanical energy is the potential and kinetic energy of an object. If you turn something, spin some magnets through some copper, you already know you have a generator. But what is it converting? Converting mechanical energy, which is exactly sound. Sound is mechanical energy, vibrating through a solid, liquid, gas, or plasma. Can you make a generator out of sound? That's what these laws are stating. Okay, what is a crystal? A crystal converts vibrations into electric signals. Now I got a presentation I'm gonna do all on crystals, but I'm building a few things to show you its exact worth. Just like I'm building a few thermocouples to convert heat into electricity. That's the only reason why I'm giving you a quick little episode of this. All right. Have I missed anything? Let's see, because I don't want to speak on everything. I just want to keep it where it is. Let's see. And forgive me for being so incomplete, but I just wanted to throw this at you. Would you leave leave a comment or something? Back to the direction of particle displacements due to sound. The direction of wave propagation. And once again, that could be speaker, that could be tuning fork, that can be the mouth, compressing and they have the word refraction. But just look at that. It's moving. We have the ability to make a high-pitched sound. You know, instruments do this too, depending on the pitch that it has. What we knew not, but when we talk, scream, loud, holler, and things of this nature. Now, like I said, this is like no movement or air regular when the tuning fork, which is your voice box. When you breathe out or in, or whatever kind of way you translate this, moving out, it's compressing. I'm going to say releasing, because it goes back into the same formulation. But as soon as it go back in, it's doing something else. It's compressing like this, causing a standard wave like that. You understand what I'm saying? Making the wavelength. You understand? Which can affect time from this. It's all just look any of this up. They used to put a pencil on it and hit it, and it whatever frequency the tuning fork is, it would show it. You know. How does sound travel? I'm gonna read that. Like light, sound travels through the air in waves, but unlike light, sound is not made of lots of tiny particles. When something makes a sound, like you clapping your hand, it's because When you clap your hands, it shook the air molecules around your hands and made them vibrate. This vibration, in turn, shook the air molecules a little further away from your hands, and they shook the air molecules next to them, and so on, until the air molecules inside your ears were vibrating, and the ears of people around you. When the air molecules inside your ears begin to shake, they wobble tiny hairs inside your ears that are connected to nerves under your skin. If your ears are working, these nerves then send messages to your brain to tell you that you heard a noise. Now look, the low pitch almost is like a radio wave or a microwave, slightly infrared wave. The high pitch, where are you? The high pitch is a little bit more condensed. It's like infrared or visible, maybe slightly ultraviolet. So I'm seeing and understanding what we got to, for me, knowing this, I have to utilize this. And since I know it, I can share it with you. And, understanding about certain things, all right? Now, let me make sure this is all I want to convey, because I've studied a lot of things, and I find no other better way to study but to put it up. When certain analysts are doing things, they put up a board and they take a look at it and study it until they can see it. Okay? Let me make sure if I haven't, because this is chopped up, but it's giving you something to slightly examine for yourself, and things of that nature. Okay, let's say this. Look at this. These are particles once again and waves. Okay? Now I'm going to read this. It's kind of, y'all got to bear with me with this wiggling around here, because I'm looking over the camera and things of this nature to read it. All right. If you consider the standing wave as pressure waves rather than displacement waves, the node would be at one end. This is because it is easy to change the pressure at the closed end, but impossible to change it at the open end. Pressure at an open end will always be room pressure. So standing pressure waves alternate between high and low pressure at closed ends. This is why some houses, when you open one door, it'll close another. Pressure waves. All right? At room pressure. Now, that's interesting. Now, check this out. It says, I'm going to go back to the top. If you consider the standing wave as pressure waves, right? Because it's not really considered as a pressure wave, even though you see it condensed. You just see it condensed. But it is stating that this is pressure. And we can also see pressure in the drum. Boom! You feel it in your chest sometimes when you get in people's cars. You're like, boom, 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 boom. Could you please turn that down? It's hurting my chest. Well, what are you doing to yourself? I'm not sure, but it can be healthy. For reasons being, it'll take a little bit further study, but not much. Now, check this out. When we say pressure, I found out something remarkable. I found out the Chinese say volts. Instead of saying volts, they say pressure. Let's read what we found on the internet. Okay, I'm gonna put it down again. Where should I put it up? Well, I'm going to show you like this. Well, why do Chinese refer to voltage as electric pressure? The more accurate name in English is potential difference. They'll tell you the potential difference, or even electromotive force. Now listen to that. Electromotive force. Voltage is a colloquialism, whatever, borrowed from the name of the unit, September 18, 2018. Just as water needs some pressure to force it through a pipe, electrical current needs some force to make it flow. Volts is the measure of electrical pressure. So when we say a 9-volt battery, look at that again. Volts is the measure of electrical pressure. So it has 9 units of pressure that causes current flow. Voltage is sometimes referred to as a measure of a potential difference between 2 points along a conductor. Voltage is represented as volts. This voltage creates the pressure. This voltage creates the pressure. This voltage creates the pressure on that conductor to flow the electrons in it from higher potential to lower potential. This flow of electrons at a certain direction conducts electricity through that conductor. The current flow opposite to the flow of electrons. This understanding is heightened when I looked at just by me speaking or anyone speaking, you know, being loud. I had to take a look at that and understand that I was releasing way too much pressure, putting way too much volts, expanding and taking energy from myself because I was releasing pressure, voltage. I was actually weakening myself. I was actually depleting myself by throwing out so much pressure waves. All right? Standing waves, moving molecules, and things of this nature. When I knew the movement of the body through Tai Chi was actually doing the same thing, but not on the level of sound. It was transducing mechanical energy, the potential of using or utilizing mechanical energy, the potential and kinetic energy of me. Okay, and I speed it up, right? It's not good to speed up so much, you know, but I always did. So what I was doing was depleting the voltage. Even when I ate, I was so highly lit. I had no knowledge of what the heck I was actually doing to myself. You know, very, very, very interesting. Very, very, very utilizing. Okay. Now, like I said, I got a lot of little things to bring forward to you. It's going to be about piezoelectricity, talking about the crystals. That's what I was talking about. Just a little quick one. Crystals convert vibrations into electrical signals. That is a large little thing to look at. And remember, this is a mirror, and it's speaking about the 372 crystals you have in your body, on your skin. You know, they say melanin doesn't have to report to the brain in order to respond. In our dancing, we hear the beat, which is the mechanical energy, the sound, and we just know where to put it at. You know, we know how to boom, boom. Why does that? Because crystals converts vibrations into electrical signals. Okay? Yes. So, with all that in mind, real quick, since we're talking about the voltage. What is called voltage? Voltage, also called electromotive force. Motive, people have motive. You have motive. But now let's look at that again. Voltage is also pressure. Remember that. So pressure, also called electromotive force. So a lot of people want to put a lot of pressure on folks and people. But if they know what they're doing, if you understand it through electronic method and apply it to self, and then the potential difference between 2 points. Now I'm going to read this and see if you get it. What is called voltage? Now we know it now to be called pressure. So we'll say pressure, also called electromotive force, motive. The motive is a quantitative expression of the potential difference in charge between 2 points of an electric field. Alternating voltage or alternating pressure exists between the terminals of a common utility outlet. Now let's look at that once more before I release this to your thoughts. What is called voltage? Pressure. Also called electronic motive force, is a quantitative expression of the potential difference. Now the potential difference of something actually comes to thermocouple, hot and cold. Like, they be like, I feel a lot of pressure coming off that that couch over there. Remember that? When people, I feel a lot of pressure coming from your voice and things of this nature. Nevertheless, that's how we get things moving. That's how we get things upset. That's how we mess up the molecules in the air when it's not even necessary to mess up the molecules in the air unless you expect it to. Because people will get electromotive force behind our expressions, and we didn't even mean such a thing. Now studying this makes sense because it's clearing up a few, and I'm sure it had cleared up a lot of people's ways and modalities of doing things and saying things and responding to things. It has to me. And I just want to share this with you. But let's go back still. The potential difference in charge between 2 points. Let's say, I'll give you an expression. Someone comes talking fight issues. Electronically, it says, or argument issues. The potential difference in charge between 2 points of an electric field. One electric field is like this, right? Somewhat like this. So the negative is pulling in, the positive is pushing out. And it's connecting. Because why? Because of that. Now, the potential difference between 2 objects in an electric field. Okay? So remember how they said at the very moment that something happens and it seems all impossible to get out, at that very moment, let me explain to you, is the potential difference in charge between 2 points in an electric field. The pressure. When you feel a lot of pressure on you, when you think it's all gloomy and all that, it is not so. Because the voltage and electromotive force enables the quantitative expression of the potential difference in charge between 2 points in an electric field. Okay? Meaning, at that very moment, instead of giving up and saying, okay, at that very moment, you can transduce that energy to produce another energy. The potential difference. of a charge in an electric field. Sounds is pressure. Vibrations and air pressure and corresponding waveforms. Why do the Chinese refer to voltage as electrical pressure? The more accurate name in English is potential difference, or even electromotive force. They create voltage in us. We create voltage in people that will make someone jump up and walk away or do something. We overlook those little dynamics, but it's electronically correct. Nevertheless, I hope you got something from this, and I'll be back at you with more growth and development for myself to share with y'all. Take care, and I appreciate you all. I'm going to zoom in on this real quick, because someone spoke about this. Now you could pause this and look at it again. But before you understand that, you got to look this way. The vortexes at the arm joints is the same system as a tree. Now look at where the vortexes is. And each of those spins are here. Universe, galaxy, stars, planets, atoms. Think about these pressure points or pressure joints being vortexes coming through some sound. It'll be the same system, but the same system affects the universe, the galaxies, the stars, the planets, and all the atoms around us. All right? Now y'all be easy. Take care. And I'll be back. Got some more studying to do. I seem to have a lot of time right now. So, therefore, peace be unto you. Appreciate y'all. Later. Forward. And all that.